subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
All right, let's get let me see. Let's get Blue. Let's get Blue in here. Blue, what's up, Blue?
Yeah, I want to say hello, Tariq,
How you doing, Blue?
brother. Yeah, thank you for hitting colors,
Yes, sir.
for representing our lineage, and sticking up for us. I'm proud to be FBA.
Yes, sir.
Originally born in Anniston, Alabama, raised in Gary, Indiana. So listen, I want to say this, leave a commentary and then ask a question, right?
Yeah.
So the total GDP of Somalia is $12.11 billion. Now just let that sink in for an individual over here talking. We got a couple of celebrities that we can put together, right, that'll match their whole GDP. And this is the last thing. When they come over and try to paint this portrait of us as these people who have nothing, our discretionary spending is between 1.7 and 1.9 trillion annually, right? The whole continent of Africa, all 54 nations combined, their total GDP is 3.9 trillion. So just let that sink in for a
Oh,
second.
yeah.
Here's my question. Do you have any knowledge or foresee any plans where FBA will become on Census Bureau so it is official that we have delineated, right, in that capacity? And that's my question.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. That's going to happen because right now too many people are recognizing their foundational Black American lineage, and it's just caught on too much. So yeah, that's definitely going to happen at some point. Let's get Sam, or is that Sammy, or same had a goat or something like that. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name. Want to unmute your microphone, sir? Oh, he got out of here. Let's get brother Leo in the building. Let's try Leo again.
What's good, Tariq?
There you go. I hear you much better. What's up, Leo?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, some of these people that are trying to denigrate us, man, they can't step to us, man. Every demographic in this country can't step to us. You have the Native Americans wanting to be like the face of America, but they're not the cultural face of North America. We are. You have, you have the dominant white society trying to be glorified for the domestic terrorism, and our soft power is more dominant culturally, and everybody knows us worldwide, and they have to deal with generational guilt, right? You have some people from the Caribbean and stuff like that trying to be the face of liberation with the 1804, but we're the face of civil rights. You have people in Africa who's trying to be the face of like global blackness because they're Africans, but they're living in our shadow globally, and they have to pretend to be us in different countries. So people can't step to us, and they're upset about it, and they're trying to change the narrative and rewrite history, but it's never going to happen. And all we're asking is for people to respect us and honor, saying our lineage and our heritage here and not lie about things. Nice to meet you. Right. So they can't really stand up to us in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, sir. My brother, thank you so much, Leo. Let's get Mike Redding, and then we'll get Texas. Mike? Brother Mike, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Mike. How are you?
Not so bad. It's an honor actually to speak with you. You're quite the celebrity, sir.
I try. You in the UK?
Yeah, I'm from the UK. How'd you know?
I hear the accent. Are you Jamaican from the UK?
No, I'm African from the UK.
Nigeria?
Somali.
Oh, really?
Somali.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been over
Yes,
there in the UK?
I have nothing but absolute praise and respect for the Black American community and the outstanding work that they've done. One issue in particular I have to admire the most. You managed to build Black Wall Street in the 1930s, having come from slavery. I find that to be extremely amazing and outstanding. And we, the people on the continent, should actually aspire to that kind of greatness. And we should try and emulate that in our countries. So, I praise Black Americans 100%. And there are many African people that come up to me and say, oh, those FBAs are so xenophobic. And I'm like, okay. But, we, the Africans, have also been extremely xenophobic to the Black American community. You've talked trash to the Black American community. So what would you expect them to do? They're going to do the same thing back. At one point, the Black American community was extremely integrationist, from the civil rights era. And, we came, unfortunately, with our tribalism, and we kind of said some bad things about the Black American community. So naturally, they're going to say things back to us. So, you know, it is what it is. So once again, keep doing what you're doing, do as much as you can to advance the standing of the Black American community. Well done.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Real talk. Real talk. Miss Texas Taurus. Miss Texas, unmute your mic, ma'am. Come on, Texas.
Hey, I'm
Hey.
sorry. I have a cold. My voice
Uh-oh.
is a little off. But thank you so much. I can't believe I'm talking to you.
Indeed. What part of Texas you in, dear?
Um, East Texas.
Okay. So what's going on with you, ma'am?
Oh, nothing. I'm so happy I finally caught a live on TikTok. I normally watch you on X.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to point something out. Now, I am from East Texas, right? And I'm from a very small town right on the border of Louisiana and Texas. And where I'm from is very rural, and I never met really any immigrants until I moved to, I would say, the Panhandle, because I moved to Amarillo right after high school, and I have a lot of family that's in Colorado Springs, Texas.
Yeah.
And one thing that I noticed when I first met like an African immigrant, one thing I noticed about them, they like, cause my cousin's husband was a minister. We would I was going to a community college. We was inviting them to go to our church. They would not go to our churches. They would all go to like white churches. They refused to, like, cause there was only like 3 churches in this town. And my sister was like, why do they all of them go to the white churches? They don't go to any of the black churches. But they were like delineating themselves long time ago. This was
Oh,
about
yeah.
23 years ago. We would invite them to our churches. They would turn their noses up. And even when I went to community college, the ladies that was in college, I was only like about 19. The ladies that and they have these programs that they get them to like come, and they go to all these rural community colleges, like in these like places that you wouldn't think that they were, because I was surprised to see them there. And when I was in school, they treated me like trash. Mind you, I was only a kid, pretty much 19. These were grown African women, and they would get in class and they would treat they would group up with the Filipino people.
Mm-hmm.
This was like nursing school. They would group up with them, and they would treat the black American girls in class like trash. They wouldn't talk to us, and I would say to myself, "Why are they acting like that?" And I honestly just would think, I thought it was just like their personality, or I just chalk. I didn't. Let me tell you, you have been so enlightening. Some of the things that I have experienced, because I'm in Houston now, but
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that I have experienced working with these people, and I never like thought about it twice. I just said, well, that's just the way they are. They have been mean and nasty, and I never thought that they just didn't like us. I thought it was just their personalities are just whatever. But now I see what it really is. They just have a hatred. They've always had a hatred for us. And I remember with the first job that I took when I was in Houston, it was at this small company. It was like a psych facility, and there was a African man that came, and when I tell you, he smelled so, it was so loud. It was, I'm not lying, I'm not being mean. It was so loud. And the administrator, the administrator came to me and asked me would I talk to the guy to tell him to like wear deodorant or something. And I
Wow.
said, I'm not gonna talk to this. I'm embarrassed to tell him myself. But when that man came to work, the whole facility, I mean, people couldn't even concentrate. They had to call, and I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. You know, they had to call that man, the administrator had to call that man into the office. They had to talk to him about stinking up the place.
Oh,
You know,
damn.
but they come over here that they have been doing it. But I just want to say thank you so much. You have enlightened me so much. And I, like I said, I don't have no hatred, but they have been treating us like this. And this
Oh,
is
yeah.
coming from a girl from a rural town that have never interacted with them before until I was almost an adult. So they have always had these, these feelings about us. Thank you for pointing it out too. Thank you for giving us a sense of, some of us, a sense of, restoring our pride in our own, lineage and culture, because that's something.
Absolutely. Thank you, Belinda. I got to land your plane. Thank you, because you touched on some good stuff. Everybody like land your plane. Hey, love y'all too. This sister hit on something about them churches, and that was some real stuff. Y'all notice a lot of these folks, they come over here, they'll go to a white church before they go to an FBA church. Y'all notice that? Think about your church. FBA family, think about your church. How many African immigrants in your church? Think about it. Come on. Think about your church, all the FBA family. Think about your church. How many African immigrants are in your church? Probably none. Y'all ain't got no, you know good and well ain't no African immigrants in there. They don't go to black churches. The FBA, that's what I'm talking about. When I say black, I'm talking about a foundational black American church. That's what I'm talking about. An FBA church, a foundational black American church. That's what I mean. They don't go to no FBA church. They'll go to a white one all day. Now, very rarely they'll go to a black, but generally, no, 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 no. No, no, no. A few reasons. So that proximity to whiteness, oh, that's very important. They got to get proximity to whiteness. Because see, over in their country, whiteness is God. They've made little treaties and deals. They've been making treaties and deals with the white supremacists. So that's like God to them. That's like we're going to go to the God church. That's where God is. That's where the white people are. That's where God is to them. You understand? And they get up in the white church. They let them know that they are immigrants. They don't want to be mistaken for us. But really, why they don't go to them black churches, that Majora spirit be hitting them in their ass. See, those black FBA churches, it's infused with that raw ancestral spiritual energy. Those FBA churches it carries on the energy from slavery. You understand? And they start feeling discomfort around that because they have an energy of the people who sold us. You see? They know what the hell they did. They know what their lineage is. They know who the hell they are and what they did. Oh, come on. So yeah, our energy reminds them of who the hell they are. Do y'all feel me? Our energy reminds them of who they are. When you get around foundational black Americans, you getting straight up resistance spirit. And when you have a spirit of a compromising, buck dancing sellout, they don't like it. They don't like that energy. Do you understand? Yeah, they start feeling guilty. You understand? They don't like that. They don't like being around no black church because our energy reminds them of who they are and what their lineage did, how they sold folks out. Our energy ain't that. Foundational Black American spiritual energy up in them churches, that's raw resistance energy, ladies and gentlemen. People think, well, the black church compromised. No, no, no. The energy, the black church, you got to understand, there was a lot of resistance movements coming out of the black church when the Denmark VC situation happened, when they were trying to organize to have an uprising against the people in South Carolina. They were organizing in the church. A lot of black churches were places where we would organize uprisings. Remember, Nat Turner was a preacher. Come on now, understand. We've used the black church to step up and organize. A lot of resistance movements out of foundational Black American society came out of the black church with Dr. King and those phenomenal brothers and sisters, the deacons of self-defense. Come on, you better respect them deacons, the deacons of self-defense. Where my sister Brooke? Brooke just texted me. She wanted to get up. Where's Brooke? Where you at, Brooke? Brooke, make a comment so I can find you, dear. I'm trying to let you up. Where's Brooke? But yeah, a lot of them folks, they don't like being around that. Well, they don't like that. Yeah? Sixth Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. Yeah, where's Brooke? Where's my sister Brooke? Is that her? Hold on, Brooke. Let me let you up below. There she go. Letting Brooke up now. Letting my sister Brooke up right now. Brooke, hop on in, beloved. Then let me get Mr. Pop It off in. Sister Brooke, where you at? Waiting on Miss Brooke to hop on in.
Oh, how are
There she go.
you?
Hey, sis.
Hey, how are you? I'm so glad to be with you on TikTok.
Yes, you are. How you doing, beloved? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm new here, but I just wanted to agree with you when you say that they know what they did to us. It was a Nigerian friend of mine who first told me about the Nigerian dungeon that she visited when she went home. And she is the one who told me that they drugged us to make sure that we were docile for the trip because we kept revolting on the boats on the way. And she's the one who told me that, in addition to them doing the voodoo ceremonies on us, that the chiefs put something in the water
Wow.
and how that kept us docile for the trip. And I give her a lot of credit because, she was able to tell me the truth. And then she told me to stop. And this was a few years ago. This is before the delineation became as loud as it is now.
Yeah.
She told me years ago, she said that to stop, she said all of her brothers are married to white women.
Wow.
She said, stop trying to unite with Africans because Africans want to be white. And she told me to go to, because my people are from South Carolina and Louisiana. She told me to go to those places and get the dirt from those places and carry it with me always. And that's just something that I never, ever forgot. So I just wanted to let you know that, yes, they do know. And anybody who wants to see those dungeon tours, they are on YouTube. You can look them up. You don't have to go to Nigeria and see the dungeon tours. They have it right on YouTube. If you want, I can send you the link. And thank you so much for letting me speak, Tariq.
Yeah, man, it is real. Yeah, y'all follow my sister Brooke, by the way. Follow my sister Brooke. But listen, man, again, those black churches, our churches here, they're built on the bones and prayers of the enslaved. The songs, the moans, the chants, the sermons, they are spiritually charged with the pain and the resilience and the resistance of the people who survived slavery. You understand? These tethers coming up into that energy, that with them. The people who are part of them slave trading tribes, they come up in that energy, it messes with them, family. I'm telling you, it messes with them. You know? They don't like to be around that. That spirit in them foundational Black American churches, that exposes that guilt. Yeah, that FBA energy in the church, it's not polite, it's not sanitized, it's raw, it's soul stirring, it's revealing. So yeah, that energy in these FBA churches, it don't just comfort, it convicts. When when the preacher's preaching and they got a particular sermon, and then you start feeling guilty because you done some shit. Oh, like damn, this has hit me. Is the preacher talking about me? You feel. Just imagine how they feel. You see, because sometimes if the preacher's preaching a certain way, you feel that he's talking to you. Imagine how they feel. A tether coming up in there. Imagine how they feel. The whole energy of the church is convicting them. That's how they feel. You see? It's like their lineage and their past is being called to the altar, even when nobody's saying it out loud. They feel the ancestral energy. Dude, I'm telling you, that ancestral energy be whooping their ass when they walk up in there. It's like a vampire walking into the sunlight. They don't like being up in no FBA churches. Yeah, the white churches, they share the same energy in the YT churches. The slave trader, slave buyer. Oh yeah, they're cool. They have no problem being up in the YT churches. They ain't got no problem with that. They be up in there, they go, glory, glory, hallelujah, hallelujah. The white man, hallelujah. They have no problem being up in there. Yeah, y'all ancestral buddies to a certain degree. Oh, it's deep, ain't it? Come on, think about it. They have the same spiritual disposition as the white tea supremacists. They're subjugated by them, and they have no problem with it. They love them a good white person. They love that. But yeah, we got a whole different vibrational difference. You see, our vibration is rooted in righteous suffering and survival. Their lineage and their vibration is unatoned complicity. And these churches, man, these foundational Black American churches, that triggers a lot of generational memory. Remember, the church is not just a place of worship. It's a portal of remembrance. The hymns, the drums, the praise, all that stuff. That stuff that we sing in the churches, that's coded slave communication. You got to understand that. Many gospel songs, that's coded slave communication. We would use that to communicate with each other. We would send messages to each other with these church hymns. So yeah, we keep the spirit of the ancestors alive in these churches, family. So somebody who has a janky ancestry, you feel that energy in a negative way because the subconscious guilt that comes with that. It's deep, man. And again, I'm not trying to beat up on nobody, but that sister brought up a very good point about them not wanting to go to these Black churches. That's some real shit. That's real. Yeah. Let's get some of these folks in here. The Black Ninja, hop on in, man. Mr. Black Ninja. All right, Black Ninja ain't saying nothing. Let's get, what's your Dimzimus? Mr. Dimzimus. Unmute your microphone, sir. All right, Dimzimus ain't saying nothing. Let me get you out of here. We're going to get Pop It Off. Pop It Off, hop on.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, Pop?
Not much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm all right. Hey, check this out, though, man. I'm tired of all these tethers sitting around here trying to claim South Carolina. Because, I told you before, I'm from South Carolina. All right. And when they keep talking about Gullah Geechee and all kind of stuff like that, man, first, I ain't about to give them the game like that. But for the most part, people from Charleston or, that's called Gullah Geechee, man, them folks don't really come around and try to claim that they African and all kind of stuff like that. Yeah. And even though I stay in Columbia, South Carolina, we like an hour and 30 minutes away from each other. We don't look at them as if they're like a other group or something like that. You know what I mean? And I know you chop it up with Marcel sometime. Like he can confirm that, you know what I mean? So they need to go ahead and stop all that lying and all kind of stuff like that. And it's kind of pissing me off that they trying to make it seem like they African and all kind of stuff like that. We don't even, for the most part, we don't even really call them, like go around and be like, oh yeah, man, those them Gullah Geechee, they Gullah Geechee. We don't even really say that. They don't even really say that like that. But I ain't gonna give them too much game like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't want them to try to catch on or whatever. But appreciate it, and I'm gonna land my plane.
Thank you. So yeah, that's a con. That's a little finesse that the Tethers are trying to do. They keep trying to backdoor. They use South Carolina. There's a lot of Tethers out there now, so they'll try to backdoor their way into the lineage by claiming Gullah Geechee. And the way they try to do it is, okay, since they're from West Africa somewhere, or their family member immigrated here from West Africa, and the Gullah Geechees supposed to have West African lineage, and they're now in South Carolina, so they're connected to the Gullah Geechees, so they'll try to claim them on some backdoor shit. That's what that is. It's the same way the Caribbeans try to backdoor their way in with the Arawaks. Yeah, the Arawaks was going from South Carolina to Jamaica, and I'm part of the Arawaks, so I'm from here. My lineage go back here 200 years. So they try these little backdoor ass word games. So especially with South Carolina. So you watch these folks, if they claim South Carolina, watch them, because that's the way to try to backdoor. Either they're going to try to backdoor through the Gullah Geechees or through the Arawaks. So you got to watch them. You got to watch these tether tactics. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're trying all types of little sneaky ways to latch on to the damn lineage. You know. Okay, let's get a couple of more folks in here. Couple of more folks. Let me get y'all in here. Let me see. Y'all raise those hands. Let me get one more good one in here, because y'all gonna have me up all night. And shout out to everybody for the likes, by the way. Respect to you guys. And by the way, he said no Caribbean is claiming North. The hell they ain't. Yes, they are. Hold on, Shower Posse. Hold on. All right, Shower Posse, hop on. Talking about no Caribbeans are claiming North Carolina. Shit. Yes, y'all do. Shower Posse, hop on. Y'all do claim Carolinas all the time. No, Mike, you good, brother. You good, brother. Mike, you good. Okay. Yeah, where he at? Where's that dude? I want him to come back up in here. The Jamaican dude. Talking about nobody claims, the Jamaicans don't claim South Carolina. That's horse crap. Yes, you do. Let's get the brother with the...
Bitches, nappy
Oh,
motherfucker.
no. We don't, no. We don't do that, little musty, hungry pirate. You don't do that. Oh, you don't call us Jareers. You don't call up here being disrespectful, sir. You don't do that. You're too hungry and musty to do that. Now get on and talk like you got some sense. Now, what's the problem you have, sir? Hop on and don't use profanities and all of that. We got a bucktooth pirate in here. Hop on, sir. All right. Yeah, we're not going to do that. He came in trying to call us Jareers and all types of stuff. And so we're not going to do that. You're not going to use pejorative terms. You're not going to use derogatory language. All right. I know you're hungry. All right. So them stomach pains make you go a little crazy. Eat your little granola bar, get your little strength up, and then come in and talk like you got some sense. All right. He came in mad. He's mad from hunger. That's hunger. You know, if you don't eat for about 2 or 3 weeks, you go crazy. He's going crazy. I hate them. I hate them. He just crazy as cat shit. All right, Mr. Somali man, you want to come back and talk like you got some sense, sir? Let's talk about it. What's on your mind? We're having an intervention. And this intervention is brought to you by Rootwork Deodorant. It's so strong, a musty tether can even smell good. All right, Mr. Somali, you want to get back on the mic, sir? All right. I don't know. I think he bumped his forehead on the phone and broke the phone, and he can't unmute himself. He left. Okay, I was going to have him up. He jumped in calling us Jareers and all of these derogatory names, and that's Jareer. That's a derogatory term for a black person, by the way.
Was in the comments saying how much are the feds paying you, typical tether babble. Now I just came up to just talk about the shower posse comment, because I've been on panels on here where we've seen people try to tether and over Africanize the Gullah Geechee connection as to what the brother was talking before. Well, yes, they try to do the whole Arawak thing, and it's just the whole thing of saying, yeah, we understand the cultural clarifications, but to say they're just straight African, no. I got South Carolina people that say they're not African. So yeah, I just wanted to come over and confirm that for you, brother. All right, salute. Have a good one, Tariq.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. All right. We're in here. We are in here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Should I get one more? Should I get one more? All right. I think I can get one more. Let's try. Let's make it a good one. All right. Let's make it a good one, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Demesius, whatever your name is, brother. I tried to get you on. Hop on, D. All right. All right.
Hey, bro.
What's up, Denzimus? That's
Thank you for letting me back on. I had mic issues. I wanted to reply to the xenomorph giraffe neck mofo that had the audacity to come on your stage and say Black Americans don't build or have anything. I can tell you for a fact that my FBA family has land down in Georgia, and they always like to say we don't what we don't have, but they also don't. Okay, what a lot of these sellers don't understand is we don't go around talking about how much shit we have. We kind of low key with our business because we know people like him will try to F it up like they did with the turkey leg cutter, stuff like that.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll also say this, when I worked at Amazon, we had an incident where a tether literally got the place stunk up so bad that they had to clear it out for at least the rest of the day and spray Lysol and shit. So I don't want. I really don't have the patience for them no more. I don't know how you do it, bro. I really do. I know you do it for shits and giggles, but I'm at the point now where it's like y'all not coming over here to help us. All y'all keep doing is trying to bring us down. So why the fuck are we dealing with y'all at this point?
My man, I appreciate that. But
We
yeah, that whole we don't, dude. You talk to black folks from the South. All of us got family members who got land somewhere. That ain't even a flex no more. Yeah, that ain't nothing. I was just down in Alabama a few months ago, dude. Some associates with the family. I done ran into so many families down there trying to figure out what to do with. They got just acres and acres of land. Dude, we got land all over the place. We're doing better than them. All right. We just ain't got to pop our collar about it all the time. It is what it is. Yeah, we got schools that they go to now. Y'all going to these HBCUs that we help establish. Yeah? It's all good, Mike. It's okay, Mike. Yeah, so yeah, they got a lot of nerve, dude. They got a lot of nerves. Yeah? Yeah. We are, dude. We got our families own all types of acres of land all through the South. Yeah, we ain't got to brag about that. We've been living on them for generations. You don't have no land, you know? You don't have a homeland. You don't have land where you fled from. You don't have land here. Yeah, yeah. You go around, you don't see this. Yeah, because you ain't of the lineage. You don't. You ain't in our families. You don't. We ain't supposed to show you everything we got. Come on now. These people. All right. Excuse me. You want to talk? Let me see. Who is that? Where's the shower posse dude? The shower posse dude is talking real reckless, but won't get on. I invited him on. He could have got on. Shower posse? He just talking crazy in the chat room. All right, but listen, by the way, listen, family, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com and get tickets for an event we're having on the 15th of November. We got a great event at the Hidden History Museum, November 15th, Saturday, 7 p.m., called the Hilarious Harvest Hangout. It's going to be a lot of great comics. We're going to have complimentary food. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal, and y'all need to come on through, family. I'm going to be there. It is going to be a vibe. Y'all definitely come on through so we can enjoy each other and chop it up. and vibe and mingle and meet progressive people. It's a vibe, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It's 21, yes. It's 21 and over because drinks will be sold there. So it's 21 and up. Because last time they were trying to bring some underage dudes, somebody brought their family there, and it was like his sons, and they were like 19, 20, stuff like that. So it's 21 and up, by the way. Letting people know it's 21 and up, 21 and up. All right. All right. All right, let me get up out of here. But go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com, everybody. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com. That's where you can get the tickets. Get them now. In fact, can y'all check the website? Because somebody said they were trying to get tickets and the site crashed. Can y'all check and see if the site is working? Everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let me know if the site is working correctly on your end. Because there was something going on with Safari, people who had an iPhone, and Safari, it wasn't showing up on Safari. Something. It was some kind of crash. I don't know. But y'all check out, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let me know if you see the site, if the site is working fine. If it's working fine, give me a thumbs up, please. It's working now. Okay, good. Good. If it's working now, that is good. Okay. All right. Okay, family. So listen, let me get up. Tina Marie, what's up with you, beloved? I thank everybody for the gifts. Thank you, guys. Let me get up out of here. Thank everybody for the gifts and the love and the likes. I think we had a pretty constructive conversation on this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all want to throw the last minute gifts in? That'd be great. Angela, Third Eye Open, thank you for the ice cream. Leo, thank you, brother. V, thank you for the pumpkin. Respect. Thank you for the dog, a lot of body. Carl Foster, thank you for the boxing glove. Miss Nab, thank you so much, beloved, for the glove. All right. It is gravy. We're good. All right. So listen, again, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Thank you, Miss Cameo. All right. I'm up.
If you're looking for a festive night out with real energy, pull up to the Hilarious Harvest Hangout at the Hidden History Museum on Saturday, November 15th at 7 p.m.
This is not your regular comedy show. We're talking live comedy, culture, and straight up good vibes inside one of the most unique venues in Los Angeles. Hosted by Tariq Nasheed and Dwan B, featuring comedy heavy hitters Chris Spencer, Daphne Springs, Mario Hodge, and more surprise guests in the building.
You don't want to miss this. Complimentary dinner is included, so come eat good, laugh hard, and connect with real people.
So we want to see you in the building. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com to get your tickets now. That's hiddenhistorymuseum.com.